All right, Slakia, the video cut out, but I'm going to finish where I was at. I was in verse 20, and it says, as it behooved them to come that are resolute to stand out against such things as are not lawful for love of life to be tasted. But they that had the charge of that wicked feast, for the old acquaintances they had with the man, taking him aside, besought him to bring flesh of his own provision, such as was lawful for him to use, and make as if he did eat the flesh taken from the sacrifice commanded by the king. So they tried to get him to sell out, to pretend as if he was eating the swine's flesh, because he was a man of respect. He was one of the elders. He was a well-respected man of the people and a righteous man. So they tried to get him to say, look, just pretend like you're going to eat it, and you can get everybody else to pretend that, think that you ate it, so that they could, ultimately be defiled and sell out, man. Which showed you the integrity that Eleazar had, that he was a man of principle. He was a man that ultimately feared the Most High, because he understood that, look, even if I was to do this shit, the Lord's still going to destroy me. I would still be punished in the sight of the Heavenly Father, and that's just not kosher, man. All right. I have too much integrity. I feared the Lord too much to do that, because he knew that, you could escape death from those heathens for a little while, but death will be certain from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And he's going to explain that. It says that in so doing, he might be delivered from death, and for the old friendship with them find favor. But he began to consider discreetly, and as it became his age, and the excellency of his ancient years, and the honor of his gray head, whereon was come, and his most honest education from a child, or rather the holy law made and given by the Most High. Therefore he answered accordingly, and willed them straightways to send him to the grave. He said, man, the hell with that, man. Y'all got me effed up. I ain't stupid. I ain't falling for that. Look, I know how the Lord gets down. All right. He's going to reward me for my works. And that would be a wicked, vile, filthy work, man. To actually pretend and to deceive the nation by selling out to the damn devil. That's an abominable, and that would be a stain and an eternal blot on his name, man. And he wasn't having it. It says, for it becometh not our age, said he, in any wise to dissemble, whereby many young persons might think that Eleazar, being 80 years and 10, being 80, were now gone to a strange religion. Yeah, he sold out. He bowed down and worshipped the image. He took the mark, and that's what, Esau's going to try to do to particular brothers, man. If Esau, find particular brothers all together in a group, he's going to try to find the leader of the group and try to get him to sell out, so that all the other brothers that may be younger and weaker and not as faithful and strong in the faith to go out like that particular leader. You see, but that's why we have to stand upon, our faith and trust and fear in the Lord. It says, and so they, through mind hypocrisy and desire to have a little time and a moment longer, should be deceived by me, and I get a stain to my old age and make it abominable. You see, so he was thinking clearly. He understood the parameters of him making that decision, and he didn't let the fear of death or the promise of a little reward cloud his judgment, man. He said, the hell with that. I'm going to be a proper and a good example, man. It says, for though for the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men, yet should I not escape the hand of the Almighty, you see, neither alive nor dead. Because he understood, look, the Lord going to destroy my ass in the next life. When I come back into my next life, I'm going to be judged, and I'm going to be held accountable for this. You see, he knew that he wouldn't escape the hand of the Almighty. So selling out is not an option, man, under any circumstances whatsoever. It says, wherefore now manfully changing this life, I will show myself such a one as my age requireth, and leave a notable example to such as be young to die willingly and courageously for the honorable and holy laws, you see. And that's the spirit that we're going to have to be in these times, and in our time and our hour of temptation. And if Esau grabs us up and threatens us with death and with a guillotine, we have to be in this type of mind frame and prepare our minds that no matter what Esau can do, all he can ultimately do is kill the body, but he cannot kill the soul. That's why we got to fear Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, who can destroy both life and soul into the pit, man. You see, and leave a note. Oh, I read that. Oh, no, did I? Yeah. It says, they that led him changing the good will, they bear him a little before into hatred, because the foresaid speeches proceeded, as they thought, from a desperate mind. But when he was ready to die with stripes, he groaned and said, it is manifest unto the Lord that that hath the holy knowledge, that whereas I might have been delivered from death, I now endure sore pains in my body, being beaten. But in soul and the spirit, I am well content to suffer these things, because I fear him. And thus this man died, leaving his death for an example of a noble courage and a memorial of virtue, not only unto young men, but unto all his nation. You see, and that's why I started with that the book of Romans. You know, the things that are written aforetime are written for our learning. And these are the type of examples and the type of scriptures we have to keep in mind when we're faced with these similar situations. Because Esau is going to get some of us, and we are going to be faced with this same situation. But we have examples of our forefathers and foremothers of how we should behave ourselves. And this is why you shouldn't have such a strong fear of death, man. Because all that Esau can do is just put you to death, man. That's it. But guess what? If you die righteously, you're going to be raised up first, and your works are going to follow you. You see? And this is Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. You see, you're going to receive that crown of life. Your work is going to follow you, and you're going to receive a glorious and excellent and righteous name. You see? So we can't be worried about what Esau can do and the thing that he can try to do unto us. And this is Revelation 3, verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, right? And some of us are going to be kept from it. Some of us are going to be kept, and some of us are going to have to die as martyrs for that. You know, some of us might escape and live, but some of us are going to have to be put to death for keeping the words of the patience and our trust and faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. You see? And what do we have? This truth, our testimony in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Don't let no man take that, even if faced with death. You don't give that up for anybody, man. It says, he that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go out no more. And I will write upon him the name of my God, and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from the Most High. And I will write upon him my new name. You see? So that's why I read in Revelations 20, how it's talking about they reign with Yahweh Shai for 1,000 years. That's going to be that first, that first resurrection, you know, that have that ability to be of that governing body, the 144,000. You see? And if you got to die righteously, hey, those works are going to follow you, and you're going to be raised up with Yahweh Shai when we come, when the elect are beamed up in them chariots. You're already going to be there, you know, waiting for the rest of the elect to be taken up. And then, you know, we're going to come down with Yahweh Shai, and we're going to set up shop and be delivered and be part of that first resurrection, man, that governing body. And we're going to be changed. We're going to be glorified. We're going to be crowned. And we're going to come back down here, and we're going to put in work, man. So we have to keep in mind, these things that are to come, and to know that whatever is brought, that the Lord's going to put upon us, that we're built, and that he's not going to put nothing on us that we can't handle, man. And the Lord's going to be with the elect, and he's going to guide the elect and deliver them and put you in the right spirit and the right mind frame to overcome whatever Esau is going to try to attempt to do unto us, man. So I just wanted to just do that little quick lesson. It was inspired here by Elder Apostle Kabar, Daily Edification 4. Subscribe and be edified if you're not already. And, just go into that, because it was a very good video, and it was very, on time and on point. So I hope you were edified. Lord willing, you got something out of this lesson, and it put you in the right mind frame to understand the times that we're coming into and the spirit that you should be in, man. So with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, putting the spirit of me into this lesson. To the next one, Shalom.